As a student, it can be nerve-wracking to realise just how important networking is for aspiring lawyers, especially when you see how many opportunities and events there are out there which require you to speak to lawyers and law firm recruiters. Ultimately, networking is a crucial skill that you will need, not only when you are looking for a job or work experience, but also when you've qualified and all the way through your career. Don't forget that lawyers are always looking to bring in new business to the firm and to learn more about the legal and business world, so networking is a key part of any lawyer's working life. But of course, networking is especially important for aspiring solicitors and barristers, and it can lead to many opportunities and possibly even a training contract or pupillage if you do it right. We've broken down our networking tips into 3 sections, so here is our guide to acing a networking event or encounter. Before the networking encounter, hopefully you'll get some notice before you enter a networking event or a situation where you are able to network, whether it's a law fair, an event with a law firm or barrister chambers, an open day, a conference, or a networking event organised by your student law society. The first thing you need to do is to prepare. Work out who is going to be there if you can, and then make a list of people you would like to speak to or firms you would like to approach. If it's a law fair, you should make a short list of firms you are interested in applying to. That means when you turn up at a law fair, and often these fairs can be busy and chaotic, you have a plan of who to speak to first and a route around the event. Of course, if you know who you want to speak to, you should also have done some research into the firm or a particular attendee's career if you're able to find out exactly who will be attending in advance. Firm representatives are always going to be impressed by candidates who have taken the time to do some basic research before attending an event. It's no good rolling up to ask a question that's easily available to find online. Challenge the representatives you speak to, ask them what their future plans are, or ask them about a particular case or deal that you found out about. That will be far more impressive than simply asking where their offices are, and it will certainly be a way for them to remember you, and hopefully you'll learn something new too. If you know you're going to a networking event or encounter and you aren't able to find out who will be there in advance, it's always a good idea to have some stock topics and conversation starters in mind. Being able to enter into a conversation about something like legal technology or the new solicitor's qualifying exam is a good way to start any networking encounter within a legal context. And remember, you're not supposed to be an expert in any of these topics. It's just useful to be able to hold a conversation with someone in the profession. During the networking encounter, the main thing to remember when you are at a networking event is that lawyers and recruiters are human beings too, so it's totally fine to be nervous or hesitant about approaching them. But do also keep in mind that events like law fairs or open days are literally based around networking, so nobody will be surprised if you go up to someone you don't know and start talking to them. That is the whole point. If you're feeling nervous, you can always start a conversation with something mundane like, how was your journey, or how has your day been so far? You don't need to go straight into grilling them over their firm's 5-year strategy. Easing into a conversation in a more informal way will make you feel comfortable and hopefully start a rapport with whoever you are talking to. If you have done the necessary preparation before the networking encounter and have a focus to what you want to achieve, this will help you to steer the conversation and feel confident. So doing that preliminary research will really help you during the networking encounter. Of course, lawyers are always happy to talk about themselves, so if you're friendly and engaging, that can also be a very easy way to get the ball rolling. And don't forget that if you're at a law fair or a recruitment event, they will want to hear about you too. So be prepared to discuss your university work, your group projects, work experience, and what type of law you are interested in. It's your opportunity to impress them. After the networking encounter, hopefully you had a successful networking encounter and you found out what you wanted to. If meeting someone from a particular firm solidified your decision to apply to them, then you need to capitalize on that. So add the person on LinkedIn, if they have LinkedIn, and send them a message saying that it was great to meet them and that you will be applying to the firm. Not everyone is so active on LinkedIn or so receptive to students connecting with them, but many recruiters and lawyers are happy to use the platform to connect with aspiring lawyers. Plus, it's a great way to keep up with what's going on at the firm. It could be that somebody you are connected with on LinkedIn could one day be interviewing you, or a contact that you made could help you with a project or a piece of advice. So bear that in mind when using the platform and try to keep your account as professional as possible. On the application form itself, you can also mention that you enjoyed meeting people from the firm and that it encouraged you that you and the firm would be a good fit. Researching a firm face-to-face where possible is such an important part of your research process, and recruiters want to see that you have taken the time to meet and network with firm representatives. Putting that in the form is a great way to show your commitment to your career and to that firm. Hopefully that's been a good summary of how to approach networking, and it's given you some ideas of what you're going to do next time you have the opportunity to speak to lawyers or law firm recruiters. There's lots more information on LCN about networking, so make sure you check that out and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.